Welcome to the first episode of the Software Forum podcast series. SWForum.eu, the European Forum of the software research community, is an initiative that has received funding from the European Union's Horizon 2020 Research and Innovation Programme. Over the course of this podcast series, we will not only have the opportunity to explore the vision of Software Forum, but we'll also have opportunities to speak with experts in software, cybersecurity, and digital infrastructure, and hear about what is happening in the software landscape in Europe. In this first episode, an introduction to Software Forum, we will be speaking with the coordinator of the Software Forum initiative, Leire Echevarria, who will introduce us to Software Forum, what it is, what it's about, what it's trying to achieve, and how you can keep in touch and become part of the community. So Leire, thanks for being with us. So first of all, can you tell us about yourself and your background in the software area?
Yeah, so I studied at the university computer engineering, and soon after I finished, I started working in a research project on artificial intelligence more than 20 years ago, so that's a long time. Then I moved into the software quality assurance area, mostly in safety critical systems. And then I moved to the project management parts of software developments. So we develop software for many government agencies. And then finally, 12 years ago, I came to Tecnalia, my current organization, and I started working in research projects on software engineering, mainly for cloud computing, multi-cloud, and then DevOps, infrastructure as code, and so on. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
Thanks, Leire. So you are the coordinator for the Software Forum initiative. So I wanted to ask you, what is Software Forum?
So Software Forum is a European initiative that aims to mainly two things, I would say. One is to create this community of practitioners in software technologies, but also in other disciplines like digital infrastructure and cybersecurity that somehow are tightly related to the development of software technologies. This community should be composed not only from academia or researchers, but also from organizations, also from individual scientists, like we call it fellowships, fellows. Those are, key people in the software engineering domain. We would like to engage them through different cross-fertilization workshops and other programs in order to try to bring us this community of practitioners so that we are able to have them with us on board, and then move there from a people project point of view, let's say, to a more sustainable community long beyond the end of the project. And then the second goal of this initiative would be to provide input for the European Commission with respect to the next challenges on software technologies that should be funded in the context of Horizon Europe, Digital Europe, and CEF. So those are the main funding programs all over Europe, but we should not influence only them, or we should not try to influence only them, but also the different authorities of the different member states that are actually funding research and innovation.
Thanks, Leire. It's great to know a little bit more about Software Forum. Can you also explain to us what need you see in Europe for Software Forum?
So currently there are some initiatives around. You have some initiatives mainly driven by researchers that focus on research on software engineering. Then you have organizations that are composed mainly from organizations, associations composed mainly by organizations, companies, so economic organizations, let's say, Then you have the open source communities that also are another strand. However, you don't see them working together very much. So what we actually want to do is to try to bring them all together to have this safe environment where to discuss both the challenges that the companies encounter nowadays when developing software and the research trends that all the academia have thought or have found in their different research activities or papers and so on. So what we want to try to do is to bring together these two disparate communities, so the industry that have challenges every day, and then the researchers that are some years ahead the industry, and try to bring them together and see how the challenges that the European software industry encounters today can be solved by the research that all the academia does. And so far, there hasn't been any successful community, but hopefully we are the community or the project or the initiative that actually achieves that. Let's see.
Okay, so the objective of Software Forum in the European landscape is to bring together these two disparate groups, the industry and the researchers in software, cybersecurity, digital infrastructure. But are there any other objectives, are there any other ambitions that the Software Forum initiative would like to achieve?
I would say if we achieve the sustainable community, that would be awesome. That would be like a dream come true from all the points of view, from our point of view, from the perspective of the Commission and so on. But this is very challenging because there are many interests, I would say. Also, our ambition is to influence the different policymakers to invest more money on software development. So what we see is that ICT is all over the place. However, the research authorities or the different governments are investing money in sectorial domains like Industry 4.0 or cybersecurity. They forget that the base of all that is actually software engineering. So what we'd like to do is to actually make them see that software engineering is needed and that they need to invest in research for software engineers in any application domains, because that's the baseline. So if we achieve that, that would be perfect. If we are going to achieve it, well, we have different mechanisms. First, we would like to, or we are aiming to have these workshops among different people. Initially, the attendees will be, we suppose, people from the current funded projects, Horizon 2020 projects. However, the attendance will be open to anyone, and if we are still in COVID times when we organize these workshops, then they will be online, so the access will be much easier for everybody all over the world. We want to start bringing this all these researchers together in these cross-fertilization workshops, have their opinions to what we are doing in respect to the policy roadmaps, the different landscape reports that we are going to develop. So that we also get their recommendations. Another way to involve these people will be, of course, through social media, other channels like this podcast, for instance, the fellowship program that is currently being defined, and also through different webinars to both research projects funded under Horizon 2020, but open to any research project that actually is developing some cutting-edge results that could be taken to the market.
Okay, so what impacts can we expect from the Software Forum initiative?
I think I more or less outlined them before. If we manage to have all these different stakeholders coming together, open source communities, software engineering communities, but research communities, and also different organizations. We have them all together into one place. That would be perfect, because they would be able to shape up the European software industry in all respects, not only in the research and innovation roadmaps or the future, but also creating some kind of de facto standard or anything like that.
So later, you've talked about these cross-fertilization workshops that will bring together people from different areas, from industry and from research. If there are people interested in these, are they going to be happening soon, or are they going to be still a while away? What can you tell us about them?
So we are planning the first one for the first and second week of February. We still do not know the exact dates, but they will be around the first 2 weeks of February. We would like to have these workshops on a various days, so not in just one day, but in different sessions. And each session will have one specific topic. And we're expecting contributions from everyone. So from your research, your current research, to the different challenges that you have nowadays with specific technology that you are developing or working on. Also, any kind of challenge that you find when you are developing software, and see if we can all come up with a solution, or at least a recommendation for the policymakers to invest on that particular area.
So you said the dates haven't yet been finalized. So in the meantime, how can people keep in touch with SWForum?
So you can check out our website, SWForum.eu, also our Twitter account, SWForum.eu, the newsletters. You can subscribe to the newsletter. We will also have soon a YouTube channel where you will see some of the videos and some of the video trailers that we will release. So you are invited to check us out.
That's it for our first episode. Thank you, Leire, for being with us, and thank you to our listeners. Don't forget to check out our website and follow us on our social media channels.